Hello everyone, this is Rick Ray from rickrayfx.com. That's my website where you can go to find out more about Forex trading. So here we are for another weekly analysis for the week starting on the 20th of March 2023. And as usual, we'll look at the high impact news that we can be watching for this upcoming week. And also I will make this video a little bit more concise and share with you my review of last week's trade setups and the results that we got. And then I will share the upcoming week's trade setups with you. So let's jump in and get started. So we can see, looking at forexfactory.com, we have yet another full week of high impact news coming out. So lots of items that we need to be aware of. These are the Asian times that you're looking at. If you're in Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, all right, these are Asian times. So be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times. On Tuesday, we have some news on the Canadian economy at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday in Asia. And then on Wednesday in the afternoon, a little bit on the GBP. And the big news, the really big news, the one we're really waiting for, is Wednesday night, very late, 1 a.m., or Thursday morning, 1 a.m. in Asia. And that is the FOMC statement, the federal funds rate. The Federal Reserve of the United States will be forecasting, they are forecast to raise the interest rate by 25 basis points. And that will be a much lower interest rate than what we have been seeing in the past year. So a lower interest rate indicates that they are backing off just a little bit from these rapid interest rates that we saw last year in 2022. And hopefully that will cool the markets off just a little bit and give us a little bit of relief from the volatility that we've seen with such items as gold and other things in the Forex market. Then we have on later in the day on Wednesday, the pound, okay, the GBP will be releasing their interest rate, which is also projected to increase by 25 basis points. And just as well, the Swiss, right before the pound comes out, the Swiss economy is projected to raise their interest rate by 50 basis points. So a lot happening with the Swiss economy. As you know, with Credit Suisse, the big bank in Switzerland, has been seeing lots of trouble for quite a long time, and could be on the brink of collapse. We don't know, but we need to keep our eyes on what's happening with Credit Suisse and the Swiss economy. And then on Friday, we have some more news on the euro and a little bit on the GBP. And as you can see, I can't even get it all in one screen. Just a full week of high impact news items. So keep your eyes open, stay aware, check forexfactory.com for your local time zones, and be aware of these high impact news items that are going to be very, very important for this upcoming week for all Forex traders. Now, looking at the trade setups that I have planned for this upcoming week, I have the results from last week's analysis on the same chart, just as I said, to make this video a little bit concise. I'm at the moment traveling in the east of Thailand in a resort called Kanchanaburi. I don't know if you know where that is. Some of you may have been there, but having a great weekend. But I do need to get this video done, and so I'm saying that because there might be some background noise. There's a lot of people in the resort, everybody having a good time, so I do apologize if there's any background noise. So we're looking at the DXY, which I always do share with you, is the dollar index, which is the US dollar compared with 6 major currencies. And as you know, we had quite an uptrend on the US dollar, and then it's a lot of indecision in the market. It went sideways for quite a few days, and then we had a big up move, and then a big drop on that, another big up move last week, and then it's starting to deteriorate again. So we are getting some lower lows here than what we've been seeing 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we could be see some weakening, some more weakening of the US dollar, and that especially depends upon the fundamental news that's going to be coming out in the next week or two or more, as we see the United States start to deal with a major banking crisis. And I'll talk more on that in just a moment. But that's the DXY, that's the US dollar. So let's start with the Euro US. And we just flip over to that chart if we can. There we go. All right, I'll zoom out just a little bit. And last week we had a Euro US sell limit at 10690, and that's where that blue line is you see here. Earlier in the week, the sell limit did execute, and we went into a loss for a little while, but got nowhere near the stop loss. And then midweek, and I believe that was on a that was on Wednesday, yeah, midweek, Wednesday, we had a massive drop, a massive, very profitable drop in the Euro US. So if you capitalized on that, you got 170 pips. However, for this next week coming up, I have a buy limit, all right, a buy limit on the Euro US with the weakening of the US dollar, and so that is at 16450. And that would be right about, let me get my cursor on the chart here, 1.6450, right in this range right here, on this yellow line that you see here. All right, the second middle line, the middle line there. So we're just above that now. Need to let the Euro US drop down just a little bit, retrace, correct, make a pullback, give us a better price, and then enter your Euro US buy limit at 1.6450. And then on the odd US, last week, I hope you capitalized on that trade. I had a small profit of 50 pips. Okay, that also went into profit midweek. All right, gave us 50 pips. Our sell limit was at 0.6640, which is at the blue line you see there. It executed early in the week, went into a loss, did not get close to the stop loss, and then came back midweek and gave us some good profit. But then I hope you took your profit. Okay, you can always take your profit anytime you want, and 50 pips on any trade is a good profit. It's great if you can let them run longer than that. If you took 2 trades, close one of them out and let the second one run. Always move your stop loss below break even or above break even, whether it's a sell or a buy, and protect any profit that you have. But for this upcoming week, I have a no trade, okay, on the odd US, because it's not clear which direction it's going to go. It's bearish on the D1 and bullish on the H4. So when something is telling me that it's not clear direction, okay, it's bullish on one chart, bearish on another chart, I would rather sit back and wait. So no trade on the odd US. Then on the New Zealand US last week, okay, unfortunately that one didn't work out for us. It hit the stop loss. Okay, and we had a sell limit on that one. Just barely did execute, but it got hit the stop loss earlier in the week way up here, and when it did execute, you could have probably was already stopped out. Depending on, I never give you the stop loss, but depending on where you put your stop loss, you were likely stopped out on the New Zealand US sell limit from last week. This week we have a buy limit, okay, of course, with the weakening of the US dollar, and so that entry price is 0.6220. And let me just move my cursor down here. We'll see about where that is, right in this area here, 6220. Right about there, right there. Okay, so it's above that price now. We need to let it pull back, retrace, give us a correction, give us a better price. A buy limit on the New Zealand US, entry price 0.6220. And on the pound US, last week, nice one, 106 pips. Okay, that one also executed and gave us most of our profit during the US session midweek on a Wednesday. All right, for 106 pips. For this week, again, with this weakening of the US dollar, I have a buy limit on the pound US, and that entry price is at 1.2130. So just a little bit above where that blue line is, right about in there, right there. Okay, just a little bit above that blue line. So again, that one is also above the price right now. Let's let that pull back, correct, give us a better price. Enter the pound US buy limit at 1.2130. Then the USD CAD, this one no trade, no clear direction. Okay, enough said on that. Last week was profitable. Okay, we had a buy limit and it executed earlier in the week, came down, did not hit our stop loss, and we got 68 pips profit on that midweek. And then I usually give you the pound New Zealand. Let's see what that one's doing. Yes, last week we did well with that one, 135 pips. Okay, a buy limit we had on the pound New Zealand last week, profit 135 pips. So this week though, no clear direction, and you can see that for the last 5-6 days, up and down, up and down, up and down. So when something like that, for me that's neutral. Neutral is no trade, better to just be patient and look for a better trade setup. And I do have one for you here that I have oftentimes traded, and I'll share that one with you this week. That's the Euro CAD. I have a buy limit on that one with the entry price where you see the blue line there. That is 1.4580. A buy limit on the Euro CAD. It's well above that now, but let that pull back down and hit our pending order, our buy limit, give us a better price at 1.4580. And finishing up our analysis with a look at gold, XAU USD, I have a buy limit at 1950. We've seen a dramatic move on gold since it was give us the first time bullish signal on the day chart on last Friday. So if you took a trade on the market open on Monday morning and rode that all the way up until the close of the U.S. session on Friday, that was 1,250 pips. But not likely that anybody did that, but you certainly had plenty of opportunities during the week to make good profit on these big moves that we saw with gold. Now, we saw the biggest move, which was on Friday, and that was a move of 750 pips just during one day. And that's because of what we call a black swan event, which was the collapse of several banks in the U.S. And with that, everybody moves towards a safe haven, which we know gold to be, and that's why we saw those big moves. And even our indicators, the Knoxville divergence here, it was just blowing right past all indicators. Nobody expected that it would go past 1950, which was a very strong resistance point, but it certainly did. The buying was just so strong, so powerful, that we closed on Friday with a high of 1989.16 and a close of 1988.50. However, don't buy at these high prices. It has to pull back. It has to recover. We have to see some retracement. Now, it might go up and touch 2,000, just for the sake of saying we have been to 2,000, but it's extremely likely, a high percentage chance, it must come back, it must pull back, we must see a retracement and a correction. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, all right, but play on the conservative side, be cautious. To buy at these high prices would be very, very risky. Give yourself a chance to get gold at a better price. Let it pull back to that strong, which is support area, which was resistance, 1950 zone. Let it pull back, give us a correction, give us a better price around the 1950 area. Let's see what happens on Monday morning. These are uncertain times, okay, and that's what a black swan event is. It's something that happens that's unforeseen, unpredictable, and causes a dramatic, tremendous impact on the movement of commodities and currencies. So be cautious with gold, all right, but I highly encourage you, don't chase the candles, all right. Don't chase the candles. Don't be greedy. Just be patient. Gold will come back, and we will get an opportunity to buy at a better price. Likely to continue higher, sure. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll see 2,500 this year, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. All right, so plan your trade your plan, and you can be successful. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Any comments or questions, leave them below this video, and I will get back to you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I make a weekly analysis every Sunday for the upcoming week's trades and share my trade setups with you. Remember, sharing these trade setups with you is not financial advice. Okay, I'm not suggesting or recommending you take the same trades. You can if you want to. It's up to you to manage your own account, to use good risk management. And just remember, trade small, grow your account slowly over time, and you can be successful as a Forex trader. Okay, thanks again for being here, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.